mismatch.
In our second semifinal, we're going to have our number 8 seed, originally, who was our highest seeded team after the quarterfinals. What do you expect to see from the Tater Alliance?
Well, it all kind of hinges down to whether or not Taters and their partners can be as consistent as they've shown through quarterfinals. And this is sort of a concern. We've seen them have issues earlier in the tournament, but they look to be firing on all cylinders right now. So as long as they can stay out of trouble, avoid any sort of jamming issues, they look like they'll be good to go.
All right, and from our second seeded alliance, they currently have the high score at 343 at the event. 7 perfect stacks to move on to the semis. They used their 3 tote autonomous, the yellow totes, to really get them going. We'll see if they can look to capitalize there again. Mm-hmm. All right, let's send it back down to Tyler and Dan for semifinal number 2.
Semifinal number 2, we're introducing our teams here in red. The A seed had the highest average in quarterfinals, so they're going to be on the red side now. Please welcome the Alliance captains of 2338.
From Oswego, Illinois, it's Garrett Forward.
And how about their Alliance partners, 107?
Out of Holland, Michigan, Team Robotics.
Rounding up over on the red side, it's 21-22.
From Boise, Idaho, Team Taters.
Your Blue Alliance coming on strong. That's your number 2 seed. Please welcome the scoring machine of 10-23.
From Temperance, Missouri, the Bedford Express.
Joined by the Alliance captains, a legendary 2056.
Out of Stony Creek, Ontario, OP Robotics.
Running it up in this alliance, 1806.
Out of Smith Mill, Missouri, SWAT.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a green light. Thumbs up. Drivers behind the line. Ready. Semifinal 2 in 3, 2, 1, rush.
All right, here we go. Semifinal 2 underway. Both alliances grabbing a couple containers. OP Robotics for the Blue Alliance. Garrett Forward for red. Bedford Express dropping off a stack of 3. So that's going to be a 20-point bonus for the Blue Alliance as well. For the autonomous round, now we enter into teleoperator mode. Drivers have control of the robots. Everybody's moving here at IRI in the semifinals. Under 2 minutes left in this match. The factory precision and sounds of a factory you hear over from the Blue Alliance. SWAT dropping off a stack of 6. Bedford Express and OP getting ready to drop off their stacks as well for Blue. There's 2 now over on the Blue side. Third stack coming courtesy of OP. They put it way in the corner. And they get it done. Over on the red side, meanwhile, you've got about 2.5 stacks. But here come the Taters. They're going to make it a third one. They drop that off for red. That's 21-22. SWAT dropping one off, another one for blue as well. There's Bedford Express. So 5 now over on the blue side. 4.5 on the red side. Team Robotics dropping another one. Coming down to about 45 seconds remaining in the match. High scoring alliances both sides of the field. It's going to be a great high scoring match, you can already tell. Another stack for red. Oh, there goes SWAT, knocked a few over. They're going to have to get back to the drawing board. They weren't ready to score it. They were still grabbing them from the human player, but as they maneuvered around, they knocked over their stack that was in their robot. Oh, and Garrett Forward knocking one over for Red as well as they're trying to score it with 11 seconds left. So a mishap again on both sides. 6 seconds remaining in this match now. 3 seconds, 2, 1. Last second score by SWAT. Nicely done for the Blue Alliance. So a couple of mishaps, but still plenty of scoring by both alliances. 6.5 totes stacks over on the red side. Eight and a half over on blue. Referees tabulating the final official score. All right, we've got a score coming up. Waiting for it to be official. For those of you playing at home, when you see the numbers, you can align that number to your favorite team number. There are FRC teams that actually have these as their official team numbers. All right, here we go. The Blue Alliance with the high score there of 330 points. The Red Alliance with 254. For those of you playing along at home, I think you all know it's Beach Spots and Cheesy Poofs.
Announcement about pizza. Can we have those broken noodles?
All right, we've got another timeout on the field, which means we have another guest with us here for IRI Live. Hello, John.
Hi, Colin.
All right, before we get going, let's talk about that last match. We saw a tough match there for the red side. They had really 2 great matches in a row. They lose a stack on this one. What happened?
They dropped a stack, and they also, 107 had a bobble early. They got jammed up, really early inside the robot. They ended up losing a recycling container, and the noodle that was inside went down onto the field. They had to go back, grab a new one, and start over. So they lost a lot of time and all that, and then the heartbreaker at the end, knocking over their stack. So they've got some room to grow. We've seen the other drop stacks in the first match. They're not out of it yet. Their score is still very, very competitive. On the average with the 4 scores that we have so far. So they just got to kind of turn it around and put in a good match next time.
Absolutely. And on the blue side, 330 points. That puts them in first by a comfortable margin. They've got to keep it going. They can be into the finals there.
Oh, absolutely. They just got to keep doing what they're doing. They put up 8 6-high stacks, 7 of them capped. Almost all of them had noodles in it. So they're on fire. They just got to keep it going.